tell you what I'd like to talk about actually. So obviously you've played for Galatasaray, but you've been following the whole Mourinho situation, Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, and all the politics surrounding it. What's your take on that? And Jose being Jose.
Well, I mean, they're very proud people in Turkey, and like Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, like it's just the bridge. You go over the bridge, you're in Asia. Fenerbahce's in Asia. Galatasaray's in Europe.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So
it's across the Bosphorus, isn't it?
Yeah, you go over the Bosphorus. So obviously, when the most famous game, I think it's up there in one of the most famous games ever in Turkey, is when Graeme stuck the flag in the ground. And that was the cup final. I was playing in the game, and that was a cup final. So Graeme stuck the flag in the ground because when he got the job at Galatasaray, one of the directors of Fenerbahce said, "Why are you employing a manager who's a cripple?" And because Graeme had a heart bypass operation.
Yeah.
So he remembered that. And then we beat them in the second leg of the cup final at their stadium, 60-odd thousand there. And I scored in the 118th minute or something like that. We won the first game 1-0 at Ali Sami Yen, our stadium. Then we went to Fenerbahce, lost 1-0, extra time. I scored in the last minute extra time. So we beat them in their stadium. Wow. So they're obviously gutted. The stadium's gutted. But just to add a bit of spice to it, Graham's then run into the centre circle with the biggest flag you've ever seen, and he stuck the flag. It's like Rangers Celtic.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that, sticking the flag in the ground on the way off.
Wow.
And he run off. And he run past me on the way off. And as he run past me, I went, "All the best." And like he run in the dressing room. As he was going in the dressing room, this fan jumped over the fence.
Oh.
Graeme chinned him. Like bang, knocked him out. He was unconscious before he hit the floor. And all the riot police with the shields.
Yeah.
They were all booting him on the floor. Like they were Galatasaray fans. The police that were there.
Oh, fantastic.
And then when you go in, you've won the cup final, Frank, and you've won a final, and you go in afterwards, and everybo's opening bottles of champagne,
of course,
and everyone's jumping and singing.
Yeah.
And I remember Adnan Polat, the chairman. He was like Imran Khan, the cricketer. Remember him?
All right. Yes.
Imran Khan. He looked like him. He's got a Hugo Boss cashmere cream coat on with just over his shoulders. He hadn't put his arms through it. And all the lads were opening bottles of champagne on his coat, like trying to ruin his coat.
Oh, brilliant.
And then I look to my left. Graeme Souness has got his hand in an ice bucket. He's broke his hand on the bloke's jaw.
Oh, brilliant!
So he's sitting there with his hand in the ice bucket. He knows he's broke his hand. And I looked, the strangest thing I've ever in my life. I looked to the right. My mum and dad were sat in the dressing room. I've gone like, I know my dad can get in anywhere, but this is another level. I'm thinking, how have you got in here? He sat in the dressing room, my mum and dad.
Brilliant.
I've gone like, when you go like, I went over to them and give them a hug and all that, and they were delighted. And I thought, how have you got in here? They went, "Oh, what happened outside? Because all the stadium turned on us in the director's box. They seen Galatasaray people sat in the director's box, and the only safe place in the stadium was our dressing room. So they brought a few people, some of the parents, into the dressing room, to keep them safe. But at least my mum and dad got to see it all.
Brilliant.
And Graeme now, well, we were supposed to go back. I think it's this month sometime, because it's the centenary of the game.
Oh, right, okay.
But I can't go, but Graeme's going. But honestly, Graeme Souness.
Graeme's going.
whether you're a Celtic fan or a Rangers fan, Graeme Souness, if you'd have played for either team, you were he's like an out-and-out winner.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it. Nothing matters apart from 3 points. And I've been with him a long time.
Yeah.
And that's all he cares about, winning games. Even in training.
Well, I don't
You
know.
know.
I don't know if you shared the room, but I shared the room at the World Cup, and I've never made tea so much in all my life. I just kept making him. I was shitting myself. just looking at me. He's quite intimidating, but we became friends. He's a great lad. I got on good with
on
him.
the subject of Turkish football, the second leg coming up, Rangers Fenerbahce. So big surprise, Rangers going over there and winning 3-1 last week. So the second leg coming up, that'll be tonight because this is Thursday, obviously,
Yes.
isn't it? So that's going to be. We'll see just how much of a cup specialist Mourinho still is if he can turn that one round.
Well, the tie should. I mean, you agree with me here? You know, the tie should be finished with the boy Dessers. I mean, listen, he gets a lot of stick, but he done brilliant in the first leg. He's got on the end of two, but as a striker, see if you're quicker than the defender, you've got to give yourself a foot so that you're not offside. There was 2 goals that he scored, and I'm thinking, you didn't have to go so soon. You know, you could have just gave yourself that half a yard, and you would have been, the game would have been finished, the tie would have been over. But fair play to the guy, he's took a lot of stick up there, the boy Dessers, and he's came back, just keeps scoring goals. You know, so I think they've got a chance, but it's not over
like
yet.
an unbelievable result, Frank.
Yeah, I know. But it's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been
How they got that result. The way they've been playing,
that's what I'm saying. It could have been 5.
They're getting beat by teams that should be beaten.
Yeah.
And they go to Fenerbahce with probably, I mean, without being hypercritical, have they got a player that would get in Fenerbahce's team?
No.
Probably not. And they beat them.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not over yet because if Fenerbahce score, then the home crowd, because they've not won in the last 3 home games.
Well, so Rangers lost, you'll probably know, Dean, they lost to Queen's Park in the Scottish Cup. Then they lost back-to-back consecutively, St Mirren and Motherwell, all at Ibrox. So there seems to be an issue playing at home, but when they go away from home in Europe, they're a completely different team. So there's various theories as to why that could be. But if Fenerbahce got an early goal, it could be a tricky one. But
yeah, it could be because the home crowd is.
What Rangers probably should do is try to sit in and treat it like a kind of counter-attacking game, like they're playing away from home. But the crowd won't allow them to do that.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think. But listen, Mourinho's very clever. If Rangers score first, it's over. I think. You know, it's stating the obvious. I think, but it's I just think. But I think the tie could have been over there because I've never seen Fenerbahce play so bad. But whether that's down to Rangers or not, but you've got to give them credit for it and fair play to them. Yeah. And they haven't
lost their 18 games, have they?
No.
But Frank, you'll understand this. You've got to have a special character to play for Celtic and Rangers. You can't just turn up for Rangers and Celtic and think. If you've got a weak mentality, everybody wants to play for Rangers or Celtic when you're 3-0 up.
Yeah.
Try playing for them when you're 3-0 down at home.
Well, that's
and you got 60,000 fans pointing the finger at you. It's the same as Liverpool, Man United. You've got to have a character that can actually still want the ball when the crowd are turning on the team, and some players go missing.
Well,
if you play, maybe that's the problem at Rangers.
Well, how many times have we seen it with Celtic? But and Liverpool, to be fair, Liverpool, Man United as well. When good players go there and they can't handle the fact that they've got to win every game. And they can't handle the pressure. And it's when you walk in at Celtic Park or Ibrox, you walk in through the doors, it's a different breed for any other team in Scotland anyway. Yeah. And you've got to have a big set of balls, basically, to play for. Right, Simon, time for another shout out to our sponsors, Glenwood. They've been a huge help to a lot of businesses.
They certainly have. Glenwood are the business debt recovery experts. And I know you wish they were around back in the day when companies owed you a lot of money, Frank.
What can I tell you? I think I'd be lying in the Caribbean in a yacht rather than sitting in a studio with you. No offence, mate.
Aye, none taken. But anyway, Glenwood are experts in debt recovery. So if you're a business and someone owes you money or are messing you around, Glenwood are the people to call to get yourself the money you are rightfully owed.
Exactly. If you do the work, you should get the pay. And Glenwood make sure that you do that. No messing about.
That's it. If you want to get paid faster, get in touch with Glenwood at glenwoodconstruction.co.uk.
Don't forget to tell Frank sent you. But we'll never get an Oscar, but don't worry about it.